Welcome everyone to another segment of the MCR. My name's TJ. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you noticed, we are now going by the YouTube channel name of the MCR. Still stands for Michigan Conservative Roundtable. We just thought it'd be easier for everyone if we shortened it, abbreviated it. So we are the MCR. In this segment, I want to talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene. Last year, a couple days before New Year's, December 29th, she was commenting on someone's tweet involving people moving from liberal states like California and going to conservative states like Florida. And there was the hope that these transplants weren't bringing with them their liberal views. Of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene, in responding to one of the tweets, used the term national divorce. And the left, as usual, as predicted, nothing new here, they got triggered. They got offended. Admonishings needed to be delivered onto Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene, to her credit, she didn't back down. She dug in. And in digging in, she responded with, and I guess the Twitter term is thread, because she responded with 7 tweets, one after the other, so they call it a thread. And I'd like to read and review and comment on her responding Twitter thread. She makes compelling argument, solid rebuttal, and I've been thinking about this since last week, and then there was a reason why I finally decided I was going to do a segment on it today. Her first of 7 tweets reads, "You know what is necessary about threatening of divorce? It's a wake-up call to the offending. It's a wake-up call to the one offending the other that they've had enough. And if the other party cares at all, they look at what they are doing wrong and care to fix it. National divorce is not civil war." And she said that because someone accused her of advocating civil war when she used the term national divorce. She would follow that up with the second tweet. And by the way, I found it interesting, it's pure selfishness when you have two parties in a marriage, and the one is gimme, 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 and the other one has to give, and give. Okay, and so what we got here nationally is most certainly a wake-up call. So the second tweet read, "Divorces happen in court, or perhaps for a country can happen in Congress. I've been married 26 years. Clearly I'm not in favor of divorce. Happy marriages are the result of 2 committed people working together, resolving differences, and changing behavior that hurts the other." We keep hearing about reaching across the aisle, but at the end of the day, it's we need to give in to every one of their demands, and yet they won't give an inch. Her third of 7 tweets reads, "But the state of our union is currently far from happy, and I really don't care how many Democrats I offend by calling it out." You go, girl. "For your information, you like our red states because of our politics and our Republican politics that create the very environments you like." And the reason why I found that particular, the number 3rd tweet interesting is just 24 to 48 hours ago, Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, he gave a press conference, and it was in regards to AOC, maskless, living it up down on a Florida vacation, while the people in New York City hellhole are running around masked and quarantined and everything else. Well, Ron DeSantis made the comment that, and I'm going to paraphrase because I don't know his exact words, but the message that Ron DeSantis said was, if I got paid for every liberal politician that went on vacation in Florida during this time of COVID, he'd be a rich man. And and that goes to the hypocrisy of the left. Okay? So the number 4 tweet reads, "So I will not apologize when I muse or discuss ideas that stop Democrat voters and donors who are moving out of their shitholes they created with their Democrat votes and donations from ruining great red states by bringing your disastrous ideas and destructive votes with you." Shitholes, yeah. Just look at any major city run by Democrats. I mean, no one wants to live there. No one wants to live in these cities. The number 5 tweet reads, "For your information, we Republicans don't want your blue votes ruining our red home states. We don't want high taxes, high crime, high amounts of perverse school curriculums like CRT, loss of freedoms, and in uppercase, authoritarian big government in our red states. That's what you Dems want." What I find interesting about her comment about high taxes is prior to me going in the Army, I worked for a company within the city limits of Detroit. I had to pay a city tax because I worked within the city of Detroit. Well, then I relocated to a Detroit suburb, and because I moved outside of the Detroit city limit, that was the equivalent of a 50-cent an hour pay raise, which at that time equated to, say, my gasoline money for that week of transportation. So I'll use that as my own personal example of high tax. Not that it was that terribly high, but you know what? Democrats, there's not a tax they don't like. I can make another segment on that. The number 6 tweet. "If you're so offended by my comments about hashtag national divorce, then take a real hard look inward and ask yourself why it's sadly such a popular idea with Republicans. We are serious about our freedoms, and we feel very threatened by Democrats that constantly tread on them." You know what? Amen, girl. Finally, the 7th tweet. The seventh of 7 tweets, the thread. "I don't want a national divorce, but I will not tolerate is Democrat communism." She got her words reversed. What I believe she meant to say is, "But I will not tolerate is Democrat communism." I think she had will and not reversed. You know what? Typographical error that we all make. "Leave your blue votes in your blue states. If you move to a red state, learn from your blue state experience that your Democrat ways have failed. Then we welcome you." Amen and amen to Marjorie Taylor Greene. Calling it the way it is. And finally, just some thoughts on this whole national divorce. What really got me going on this is, as I was looking at the headlines just the last 24 hours or so, I saw a headline that Schumer is working to eliminate the filibuster because the filibuster is standing in the way of the Senate voting on the House Resolution 1 to expand voting rights. And and then you've got the Democrat definition of voting rights expansion, okay? Which I'll contend that it's just a means to facilitate more electoral anomalies because they see what's on the horizon. They know what's coming their way. So when you think of divorce, I've had friends and known people that have had their marriages end in divorce, and it's always a sad event. I always have sympathy for for these people, and let me tell you something. A lot of divorces are nasty, and how much you want to make a bet that a national divorce has the high probability of getting really nasty, if you know what I mean. Clearly, they have no intention of stopping. And if they're not going to stop, then how is a national divorce, how is it not inevitable? And to that I say, okay, I guess we're going to have to prepare for a very nasty divorce. What else can we say or do if that's how they want it? Okay? These are just my thoughts. My name's TJ. Thanks, everyone. And at this time, I suspect only our loyal subscribers are still watching. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. During the month of January, I am working all sorts of hours in my job. Unlike Mac, I am gainfully employed. This allows Mac to dedicate a whole lot more of his personal time to advancing our YouTube channel here. My free time is severely limited, and is even more so the month of this month, the month of January. Hopefully, come February, things ease up on me, and then that's part of the reason why we haven't been doing group segments, which this particular topic I talked about would have been so much better if Mac and I could have hit this around a little bit, because I guarantee you Mac would have exploded in a way that only Mac can. So I will stop my rambling at this time, and thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for helping us hit our 1,000 subscriber goal. In the next week or two, be looking for the winners of our 3 gift card giveaway. And with that, I'll end with, as always, be safe, watch your 6, and don't tread on me.